My name is Heyn, and I'm the Senior Director for QSC Systems Marketing, and you are in the QSC Conference Room Experience. When we started building this room, we said, well, you know, all of our messaging surrounds the end user experience and the ability for that end user to step into a room and kind of ignore the technology and focus on driving the conversation. They should never have to worry about how to work the technology. The technology should be working for them so that they can engage in the business of conversation. So ultimately what we did was we built a room that does just that. Every bit of that technology is driving that user towards the right goal. So when somebody plugs in an HDMI cable, the room comes alive and says, HDMI connected, or the room is ready for you. We're using things like RFID to identify things that should happen in the room, and we had a lot of fun with driving people through this room and showing them the possibilities. And so, like, you know, we've got a dual screen set up here where you can do collaboration for any given meeting. But then again, we have kind of screens back here where they're not as practical, but they're driving the message home that, you know, QSys is an audio, video, and control processor and can drive video and audio anywhere that you want it. And that's kind of the message, is that from a singular platform you can do whatever your heart imagines. And that's kind of what we did here, was that we threw a bunch of ideas together and said, can QSys really do this? And we answered that question, we said yes. So anybody that wants to come and experience the QSC conferencing experience, can come to our booth, hit the presentation button, and let us show you what's possible with QSC. Another great question is how QSC responds to third-party devices that might not be part of the QSys platform. Since we have an open API and a full scripting engine, things like your shade control and your lighting control, as long as they have some kind of network capability and an open API, QSys can use its scripting capability to control basically anything in the room, whether that be shade control, lighting control, HVAC, an external monitoring service. Basically, as long as you can get it on the network, QSys can talk to it, control it, and incorporate it into the experience.